Revenge is fun.
Yeah.
Revenge is so satisfying, and vengeance, like, there's nothing wrong with these emotions. And I think more people should, like, take advantage when the opportunity presents itself.
Yeah.
But, like, let the universe unfold.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever plotted revenge. It's always just something's come across me. And then it's just the opportunity was there.
And you gotta take it.
Yeah.
And, like, I will plot revenge.
You are, like, more of a plotter.
Yeah, I'm more of a plotter, but I like to
and I help you
it.
plot.
Yeah. But I always my plotting of revenge, I want to spin it into karma.
Oh my God.
Universe.
You're like Sharpay and I'm like Ryan.
Oh my God, are we Sharpay and Ryan? High School Musical would have you believing that pre-2006, pre-High School Musical, kids in high school could not be themselves.
Yeah. What
is this true? Like, did you have to just like...
I would have to say, in my high school, it was very much stick to the status quo.
Really?
Yeah. And so I don't think High School Musical made a difference for my high school.
How so? How was it stick to the status quo?
Just like everyone had their tables and their little cliques. And once you were in one, you kind of like stayed in one. You didn't go, you just didn't. I don't know. It was weird. It felt very like in the movies, like how it is, like Mean Girls or any of those like high school movies.
So High School Musical didn't move the needle. It didn't teach those kids.
I don't know. I wish I could ask. I feel like we need to take a poll. I mean, how was your high school? You went to a smaller high school though than me.
Smaller high school. Like, I think, I don't know, like I said, this was like also post Glee. So like Glee had taken the nation and my high school by storm. So by the time I was in high school and I was like a theater kid, I was not popular by any standards, but like the theater kids were also kind of popular.
They were on top. They were bopping to the top.
They bopped to the top. So I think High School Musical and Glee really just like sent it over the edge.
Which I have questions for you.
Okay, well, we have to get into it because this brought up a lot of trauma for me.
Oh, okay.
Not trauma, but like I did
drama,
flashbacks from watching High School Musical. But you know who I would be?
Sorry if my stomach's making noise. It might be that weird mashed potato concoction I had at the KFC.
You said it tasted like grandma perfume?
Yes, it actually did. And I'm like, oh my God, did someone spray this with perfume? Or is there soap in here? I don't know. I'm glad I only ate a few bites. Because like the top layer was fine. The gravy and the corn, like all that was fine. And then when you got to the potatoes, that's where it was weird. I was trying to like place it anyway.
The potatoes absorbed all this like, is it, you know what though? Maybe they didn't like wash something out that they keep the pot in.
Think it. I don't know. Pray for me.
Bless. No, okay. The only thing which I just want to get into it so much because it's so interesting today. The only thing on my radar from this week is this fabulous Fran Lebowitz article you
sent me.
Oh my God.
Yes.
But I almost feel really cringe bringing up Fran Lebowitz and High School Musical in the same sentence. I feel like it's sacrilegious. I feel
it's
like
the highs and lows.
Yeah, but we're full of dualities here because I'm obsessed with Nikki
and Bree,
a weekly podcast about all the film and pop culture and internet discourse that we are obsessed with this week. And yeah, can we just get into? You sent me a fabulous article that Fran Lebowitz did an interview with Harper's Bazaar.
Yes.
And I am very much into it because it does speak to my soul.
I know. And that's why I sent it to you. I'm like, oh my God. I feel like it's a lot of opinions that we both kind of share.
Yeah.
And they did like a then and now situation. And it's funny to see how she felt that a lot of it doesn't change or she doubles down. And it like I was cackling at some of her answers to these questions because it really spoke to me, and the fact that she's so frank, and
that's the Fran Lebowitz way. It's also interesting because like I have this thought pretty often where I'm like, Fran Lebowitz wouldn't like me, and I just like I don't know why.
You're worried about.
I've never met her, but I like want Fran Lebowitz's approval, but I know that she would not like me. I think.
Why?
Like she'd like look at me and be like, "No, you're the antithesis of me. I just don't like your vibe. You try too hard.
You try too hard.
Yeah. So that is my biggest insecurity is my like mental like idea of like Fran Lebowitz would
You're
like
I look
me.
up to her. But
Yeah, she is kind of the North Star. But also I can see me in like 40 years turning into like morphing into Fran Lebowitz.
I could see that too.
For me,
I see that for you.
No, that's really, I'm going to turn very androgynous. I have this feeling.
And just get louder about your opinions.
As I get shorter and shorter. Oh my God.
And your glasses are just going to
bigger,
just bigger.
thicker.
Yep.
Yeah. Just get more Jew-ish as time goes on. But we got to keep it going. But maybe off mic. I had a situation today.
No. About like,
not a
what?
situation. Just speaking of height. This woman told me to my face, which, you know what? No one asks like women that are like 5'10", how tall are you? It's somewhat of average height. Okay,
and speaking of this, and this is nothing personal. This is just because we watched High School Musical. But like when they called that girl the pianist, the whatever, the composer.
Yeah.
They're like short person or whatever. I was like, oh, that felt very targeted.
It was their insecurities though, because every High School Musical basketball player is like
And
5'6"
short.
tops.
It was the shortest one. No offense to Corbin Blue, but he was.
They're all very tiny. No wonder they're relying on Troy Bolton so hard.
Yeah.
Even though
and
he's also
tell
a
your real
pipsqueak.
story. I'm so sorry.
Well, okay. No one asks like 5'10" women, how tall are you? No one probably asks you as like an average, like a middle of the height spectrum woman. No one asks you how tall you are, right?
No, just at the doctors. That that's you do.
Okay. God forbid a person is 5'2". Because I don't know, like if you're under 5'4", people just ask you like you're at the doctor's office.
So weird.
But it's always a leading question, and I always feel like it's a trick. Okay, I was at work today, my day job. Lady comes in. She is 5'7", 5'8".
Okay.
I can tell this in my
Not
bones.
super tall, just kind of average.
It's too tall.
Little tall.
You know, like homegirl's 5'7".
Oh,
enough.
5'7". That's right. I'm sorry. I was thinking, but I'm 5'7". But I'm not.
You're
I'm
not
5'4".
But like 5'7",
Yeah.
5'8".
Okay.
She comes in. She looks at me. She goes, "How tall are you?"
How tall are you? That's so
And
wild.
I round up because it's kind of weird to be like, I'm 5'1.5", but like 5'1" when I wake up, and on my driver's license it says 5'2".
You say 5'1" when you wake up. Before the day goes on, you get shorter.
I mean, that's a fact.
Usually
Everyone
gravity
does.
brings you down.
Everyone does. It's a fact. But yeah, okay. So like my best day standing up tall, I'm 5'1". Yes, very short. Like Olsen twin, Ariana Grande level short. But also I pass 5 feet. I'm not like a little person. And then my coworker who's like 5'3" is like, I'm 5'2", 5'3". And she goes, "That's so interesting. I mean, I'm 5'3", 5'4". And we both looked at each other like gagged. We were like, what? But anyways, just the audacity of people asking height. That was all.
And that was it.
Not related.
Just asked.
Just asked.
Huh.
I think she wanted to be like petite.
Brag. She was like, maybe she was trying to get y'all's approval.
Maybe she was like short queens, right?
Short queen.
I wish she came in and was like short queens.
That's the way to do it. Yeah.
Yeah. But the audacity. And one day I will tell that story with more finesse and with a lower voice in a very friendly but frank fashion. But I feel like by the time I'm her age, I will have so many stories, and I will pick up smoking.
Because smokers' rights.
Yeah. And smokers' wrongs. I'm all for it. Yeah, there's so many things in this article that really resonated in my soul. What stood out to you?
Okay, well, one of them is like kids on a plane, and that they should have their own separate plane.
Okay, let's get to it. Let's get into it.
I would say like almost everything, pretty much everything she says though, but I have a better one.
Okay.
That I would like to speak on, actually.
Yes.
Because I feel like she brings up kids a lot and like how they're annoying, which I'm like, yes.
I know, I'm like, which part?
But on vengeance,
oh,
this spoke to me in the past. Then she says, when people say revenge isn't worth it, it's not the best human response. That may be true. But I will tell you that at any time I've been able to wreak vengeance on someone, I found it to be delightful. And then she's like, sometimes I'll see someone, I mean, not deliberately, but I'll see them and I think, do you ever wonder, I guess they're like, she must be a part of like some type of fellowship program. Like she can approve these fellowships, whatever. And I guess they didn't get in. I don't know. Anyway, she's like, she says it's always personal. Yeah, I don't know. I think just, yeah, I think I like how she's just so uninhibited by it. Because it's like, yeah, on one hand, it's like, that's kind of how I feel sometimes. Because the revenge, I don't think it's exactly worth it. But sometimes maybe it is, you know? I mean, I don't know. It's like,
I think
to want revenge is kind of a human thing.
it's very interesting coming from you.
I know. I think I'm only... Oh, I mean, I don't know.
All I have to say about you and vengeance is there's only been a few times where evil Brie has come out.
She's come out, yeah.
And it's something I live for. Like, I live and breathe for just seeing these, like, moments. Because you have it in you.
It's in there.
And it's a force. And, like, it's scary.
Yeah.
Like, if you're mad at someone... Oh my God. If you were trying to get revenge, like, I would be afraid.
I do feel like I realize this about myself, that I am a Bubbles. If we're like Powerpuff Girls, yeah.
Okay.
I've been thinking about this a lot lately. And I've come to the conclusion, and I've had this realization before, but I'm really thinking that I am more Bubbles. I want to be Buttercup. I feel like aesthetically on the outside, I maybe look a little Buttercup, or not Buttercup. Blossom.
Oh, I was about to say, I'm like, all right.
Sorry, not Buttercup. Blossom. I feel like on the outside I might appear a little Blossom, or I maybe aspire to be Blossom, but I think I'm Bubbles.
I mean, don't we all aspire to be Blossom? I suppose. I don't know. That's interesting. Maybe I am Blossom.
I think you're Blossom.
In my mind, I think I'm Buttercup, but maybe we just all want to be a Buttercup.
Buttercup is pretty badass.
She's so badass. Okay, I'm not Buttercup, but what was your point?
I don't even know.
We'll never be
when
Buttercup.
she gets angry, like that one time.
Oh my God.
Anyway,
you could like burn a whole city down if you were angry. Like I think you're capable.
Be careful of me. That's my favorite Cardi B song. Anyway, I'm sorry. I just made this whole thing about me.
With me. I just picture her pregnant on SNL.
Oh.
Yeah,
Cardi B.
It was iconic. Yeah, singing "Be Careful."
Oh, did she? Wait.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna have to check that out later.
YouTube that. But yeah,
how do you feel about vengeance?
I agree with what she said about now. So she said, if you happen not to be the president of the United States, I find revenge in instances. Wait, this is not a crazy sentence. Just the way it's structured.
Yeah, I know what you mean. That's why I gave up reading it.
But picture me with the Fran Lebowitz voice and cadence and, you know.
Yeah.
Okay. If you happen to not be president of the United States, I find revenge in the instances I've been able to take it very satisfying. I can tell you the one instance springs to mind where the person didn't know it was me, but I do, all right? And so this guy did something. Then 5 years later, the opportunity came and I took it. This is years ago, but it was so delightful that I still recall it. Now, if this has resulted in the end of NATO, I wouldn't have done it, okay? It's not like I'm ruining Western democracy. And I say, T. Like, yeah, revenge is fun.
Yeah.
Revenge is so satisfying. And vengeance, like, there's nothing wrong with these emotions. And I think more people should, like... take advantage when the opportunity presents itself.
Yeah.
But like, let the universe unfold.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever plotted revenge. It's always just something's come across me. And then it's just the opportunity was there.
And you gotta take it.
Yeah.
And like, I will plot revenge.
You are more of a plotter.
Yeah, I'm more of a plotter, but I like to
and I help you plot.
Yeah. But always my plotting of revenge, I want to spin it into karma.
Oh my God.
Universe.
You're like Sharpay and I'm like Ryan.
Oh my God, are we Sharpay and Ryan from High School Musical?
I'm just saying.
Well, I have
Cool.
takes on that because Ryan was my favorite character this time.
Really?
His fedoras, his dance moves.
Oh my god.
I'm into it.
Yeah.
He's the best part of
I
High
didn't
School
really
Musical.
realize how many hats he wore.
Yeah, speaking of cringe, like High School Musical, those hats are so like cringy that it's like it circles back around and it's great.
I agree.
Like I love those
even that
hats.
like green sparkly one is kind of like ew, but it kind of like ooh.
I like it a lot. I like all of their newsboys, the fedoras especially. Just add some pizzazz.
I feel like people aren't brave enough to wear that kind of fashion anymore, and it's sad.
I really do feel bad. I'm like when we were growing up, at least, okay, I'll speak for myself. There were kids with fedoras, or like the one kid who decides to wear a suit every day.
Oh,
Like these weird, quirky characters. And like, I hope they still exist.
I hope so. Yeah.
Yeah. Like people that weren't like, because like by the time I was in high school, like irony, like the 2010s irony, like was so prevalent. Like no one was listening to anything or like doing anything without a twinge of irony, like that type of humor.
Like those shirts, like, what's his name? Man, what is
no like listening to not High School Musical, like One Direction, ironically,
okay.
liking this thing, ironically, like that was like the big thing. So I always loved a kid that was just like brave enough or quirky enough to wear a fedora, let their freak flag fly.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to think what I know. I had like one of those like sweater hats that were like a baseball hat with a. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like it had a cap.
Oh yes,
Like with a brim, but it was like a sweater.
Interesting.
It was like bright pink and it had a little red heart. It was like flashy. It was a little bit like Ryan coded.
Interesting. Maybe you were the quirky kid.
Maybe I might have been. I mean, I'm like ironic. I don't think I understood ironic because, well, I guess One Direction was a little ironic.
But I don't know. At least where I went to high school, everything was coded in irony. No one liked anything if it wasn't ironic.
Wow.
Like people would be like, "Oh yeah, Kenny G," like that'd be like a thing, or like like whatever random like 90s or 80s. I don't know. Very much a time of being different. Very like Tumblr-y, I guess.
Yeah. I was not in touch. I was staying in my lane.
You were the Ryan. I love that. And I was the Sharpay, unfortunately.
Yeah. I want to hear your stories. I don't know. Do you want to get into it or do you want to?
Okay, we can just get into it. We can get into this anytime.
That's true. We can come back. We can circle back to Fran Lebowitz.
Okay, yeah. So today we are talking about High School Musical.
What team? Wildcats! What team? Wildcats! What team? Wildcats! Wildcats!
A movie that I know like the back of my hand. It was like, yeah.
Same.
It's like my childhood. Like this is something I feel like I'm like, they're in the Fran Lebowitz article, she does talk about people like in their 20s being oddly nostalgic. And I've talked about this a lot.
Wait, you said that like maybe it wasn't the last episode, but one of the last, like I feel like we've had this conversation about like why.
I mean, I hardcore believe that people under 35, like, why are we all so nostalgic? Like we are still in our prime and like our young adult lives, like we're in the time now where when we're older, we should be nostalgic about this stuff. Like it shouldn't just be like Y2K. Like our culture didn't stop when we were like 10. It didn't stop at High School Musical.
Speak for yourself. No, I'm just kidding.
But it's really interesting. And so we're going to be total hypocrites and like talk about something we were nostalgic for, but
definitely.
But it's like one of those childhood nostalgia can be good. It can be healing for the soul.
Sometimes, yeah. I feel like this was a little healing.
I think so as well. Like I really didn't hate it.
Yeah, I was a little bit afraid, just like anything that you haven't seen in a while. But I think it holds up pretty well. Like it's not. I don't remember being like, oh gosh, like
I didn't like cringe like that once, which is crazy because there's some things that we've watched for like the love of nostalgia. Things that on the outside wouldn't be deemed as cringe that I've been like, woof. I can't think of any off the top of my head, but I know they exist.
Same.
Yeah. where I was like, oh, I thought this was, I like didn't spiral watching High School Musical. This was a lovely little time.
Same. And oh my God, all the songs just come back to you.
So, I mean, you were singing along. I know all the words still. They come back. This is like talking about like Hannah Montana or, you know, anything of that era. Like, I feel like that was like my era as a kid.
Yeah.
And I always have a fondness for it. And I like that we're like circling back as adults and kind of celebrating that. But I think that nostalgia as a whole can be a really slippery slope for people that we're having formative years.
Although I will say, just as a side note, about nostalgia, I've been watching a lot of old episodes of Judge Joe Brown.
It's Joe time after this.
Ooh!
And they're pretty entertaining.
I mean, I watch old Wendy Williams all the time. What Judge Joe Brown episodes have been standouts?
Well, the first one that comes to mind, I thought of you because I'm like, you know, you love this.
I've watched Judge Joe Brown.
And I know you've seen, I mean, you watch Judge Judy, you watch Judge Joe Brown. Like they used to come on back to back.
They were grandma specials. You're at grandma's house. There's like a ugly green 90s looking couch. You smell some pasta. Maybe that was just me. Anyways. Someone opens up a crisp can of Fresca.
Oh my God, I could go for a Fresca right now. I am also very sad that I didn't buy that Fresca mug at the thrift store. I was looking through my photos today, and there's like, I took photos of these things that I thought I'd buy at the thrift store when I thought I'd have like an online business and resell.
The pandemic times?
It was around the pandemic times, and it was when I was like thinking of doing that, but also thinking of collecting them for myself, but not having room because I already have too much stuff. But now I'm like, oh man, that could have been cool.
You always regret the stuff you don't buy.
Always.
Yeah, it's like a tale as old as time.
Anyway, and there was a basketball bowl, cereal bowl, that had a hoop, and you could like dunk.
Was it ceramic or was it plastic?
Ceramic.
Okay, that should have been.
I should have bought it, and I was like, no, some kid would probably love this more than me. I don't need this. I'm an adult. That's what I said to myself. I'm an adult. I gotta be responsible.
You know what I realized watching High School Musical after all these years?
What?
We really did grow up in a great time to be a kid.
Yeah.
Like things were catered to us. Like all throughout our childhood, we were like the tweens. Like TM. Like Limited 2, the Jonas Brothers, like High School Musical, Hannah Montana.
Do
like,
tweens even have a place to shop anymore?
Sephora?
Oh, but that's not the same.
No, I don't think tweens exist anymore. I don't think that's like a thing. But when we were growing up, everything was just like for us.
Yeah.
You know? Disney Channel, Nickelodeon. You know?
No, it did. It felt like we were the center of the world.
We were the center of the world. And and like all of us were iCarly in our own right. Maybe not as like viral as her, but you know, like
yeah.
Do you remember going online or like on YouTube and like making singing covers of like Lady Gaga's Paparazzi?
No. Wait, you made a cover? What? You never told me.
Oh my God. I don't know.
Is it out there?
I have no idea. But similar era.
You did a paparazzi cover?
Uh-huh.
Oh my God.
Just there on my laptop, just being like,
I love this. Oh my God. I want to find this now. I think that's my mission. It's so hard to find things though from like a long time, like just like anything more than a few years ago on YouTube sometimes.
Thank God. I mean, not for us in this podcast.
Yeah. Did you use a stage name?
I don't remember.
Did you have costume? Did you go full Sharpay?
No. Oh, okay. But what was the point? So we watched High School Musical.
We watched High School Musical.
It actually wasn't that cringe.
Mm-mm.
We were talking about nostalgia, and I realized something about it, but I don't remember now. Thoughts are like the wind, I guess.
Yeah.
What were your takeaways watching it?
My takeaway was I should watch this more often. Huh. Like every year or two. Like every a few years maybe. Just I don't know. It's a cute movie. It's very cute.
It is very cute.
Yeah. It's a feel-good movie. I feel like I kind of root for everyone. Like I remember my feelings watching it. It's funny because like I remember because it was like a cultural phenomenon. I remember all the feelings I had back then when I watched it the first time. And obviously,
what were those feelings?
Oh my God, they were so strong. I was like, oh my God, Troy and Gabriella must be together. Like I was like shipping them so hard, and I was like so invested from the first time they started singing. I was convinced that was their voices. Like,
well, it is Vanessa Hudgens' voice.
and she can sing.
Will you say alright? Will you say okay?
She has an amazing voice.
Say Okay is a bop.
Oh my gosh.
I wonder whatever happened to her singing career.
I don't know. But yeah, she actually had, because yeah, at that time, every Disney Channel star had a singing career. So,
What time to be alive.
What a time. Like you would have people like Vanessa Hudgens or like a Miley Cyrus or Demi Lovato
Oh,
who like could sing the runs and like just great voice, great vocals. And then you would have like Mitchell Musso or like whoever having singing careers.
Oh my God. Wait, what was he in?
Hannah Montana, the dark haired guy.
That's like an unlocked memory.
Like, I mean, everyone had a
But what
record
about
deal.
I wonder what about the guy who played Ryan in High School Musical?
Did he ever have a record deal?
That's what I wonder.
I don't know.
I mean,
Corbin Bleu did.
Corbin Bleu did?
Well, yeah, you still listen to that. Oh my God, the movie with like Keke Palmer where he does double dutch. What is it? Push it to the limit. Yeah, you know his song.
Give
You're
it
like,
all
I don't
you
know.
can give it. Give it. Oh yeah. Wait. But that was a different movie. Okay, it says it was a movie called Jump In.
But
I didn't realize he had more of a musical career though. Like, wow.
Yeah,
I was obsessed with Corbin Bleu though. I mean,
that was your man.
yeah.
It's funny. Like this is the first time where, like later, like Zac Efron, like 17 again, Zac Efron. I was really into him. But I don't know, maybe it was just like I wasn't into boys when High School Musical came out that I was like, I don't, But this time I was charmed by Zac Efron.
Yeah. No, he was charming. I was into him as well at the time. I was into them both.
Right on. Yeah, I don't know. In 2006, I was like fully like Brandon Urie pilled. I was, yeah.
Oh.
It was my emo side.
Nice.
But yeah, what were we talking about? Yo, we were talking about Vanessa Hudgens' music career.
Oh yeah, that's what we're talking about.
Okay. Well, yeah, everyone had a record at that point. Ashley Tisdale.
Ashley Tisdale.
She
I was
said.
following her career. That I was following. I had that song like on my iPod Nano.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. That one, Say Okay, was great. What was it? Baby, come back to me. That one was great.
Oh my God, that one's even better than Say Okay.
Mhm. I mean,
Honestly.
both are so good. And the music video of Say Okay had Zac Efron in it. I lived for that at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ashley
And they
Tisdale
really
was great,
dated.
too.
They
did.
They? That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I was just informed. I do remember being an avid like Ocean Up viewer as a kid. It was like Perez Hilton, but for tweens.
Oh, okay.
But this must have like slipped. Like it wasn't on my radar. But apparently in 2008, a fan asked Zac Efron and Vanessa Hudgens for pictures while they shopped for sex toys.
So when you showed me these photos, though, I didn't expect them to actually be in the sex shop with them. I thought it was like they were coming out of it or something. Like, so they were also shopping around, maybe, right?
Maybe.
Or did they just see them and they followed them in?
I
It's just such a wild
don't know.
time to be like, hey, let's take photos. I'm a big fan.
mean, that's not plotting revenge, but that's like the universe finding a way. Like if you see Troy and Gabriella out in the wild in a sex shop, nonetheless, you have to be like, can I take a photo? Like you have an opportunity, you should take it.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, I guess so. And they did. I mean,
they did.
they posed.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, all of those like scandals, I never thought were that crazy.
Yeah. I'm like, are we that, like, not who cares, but like, yeah.
Yeah.
Was it a big deal though? Did they?
Well, we talked to my husband about it, and apparently it's a scandal that still rattles him. When he was like, you want to hear a scandal? I thought it was going to be Vanessa Hudgens, her pictures that leaked back in the day.
that I do
'Cause
remember.
that was a moment.
That was crazy. Yeah.
Yep.
I felt really bad for her.
Same. Yeah.
But
I felt bad then too.
I feel like, yeah, that's.
It's kind of the age of that, right?
Yeah.
Like leaked nudes.
That
No
happened
one
a
leaks
lot.
your nudes anymore. Whatever happened to that? I don't know.
Yeah.
I remember back then, like, everyone was on Miley Cyrus's case. But she was, like, legit underage. So I kind of get maybe the prudishness, but also everyone was doing, like, taking racy photos on their, like,
Their flip phones.
iPhone too. Yeah, or, like, flip phone. Which I think I was, like, too quick in getting, like, technology where I don't remember taking, like, selfies on my, like, flip phone.
My flip phone did not have a camera,
Oh.
but my sliding phone did.
But
I think I could only have like 10 or 20 photos on there or something silly.
Yeah.
So.
For me, well, because I was a BlackBerry girl.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know if you remember that. I had a BlackBerry forever, and that was like my favorite thing. And I begrudgingly had an iPhone. Like I got one.
I do remember you saying you wish you had your wanted to go back to BlackBerry.
Oh my God, I was obsessed. But
So okay, how do you feel today if you were presented with the choice? Like if BlackBerry came out with like a keyboard like situation, like maybe a little more updated, would you switch or do you think no?
I'm like fully in the ecosystem of like an iPhone now, and I've had it for like over a decade. Like,
Yeah.
who am I kidding?
Okay.
But there's a part of me that like would love to be like Andy Sachs and like The Devil Wears Prada and just have like a BlackBerry. I'd feel like a businesswoman, you know?
You could, and then you could throw it in the fountain. Just
I actually don't know if it was a BlackBerry, but you know, whatever. You were talking about really like loving Troy and Gabriella as a kid.
yeah.
See, as a kid, I loved Sharpay and Ryan. Those
Oh,
were
yeah.
that was the group I rode for.
And do you still ride for them?
I do think justice for Sharpay
Yeah.
and Ryan, that's for sure. I don't see how they are the villains.
Yeah. I mean, they work really hard, you know? Like, I didn't realize Bop to the Top. I was thinking about it because I didn't realize the time frame. Everything happens really quickly. Like, in my kid brain when I was watching it, I thought it was like a month goes by or something.
This movie is so good for kids in that way. Like, it has a cute message, great choreo.
Yes.
Some
Amazing choreo.
Amazing choreo by Kenny Ortega, the legend. And then, yeah, like great songs. And also, like, I thought I would be like, oh, there's going to be parts of it that I missed as a kid. Well,
Right.
no, they just don't explain anything, which is like perfect
Yeah.
for like a kid brain.
And even as an adult, it's like, it's just perfect. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like we don't know what the plot of Twinkletown is. We don't need
We
to
don't
know.
need to know.
It does not matter.
Yeah.
Also, it is so wholesome in the way, like, Sharpay and Ryan don't do anything wrong. Like, in my mind, there was at least a scene where, maybe because there is one in, like, the second one and the third one, but, like, the villains don't do anything villainous.
Yeah.
Like, why didn't they try to sabotage Troy and Gabriella?
True.
Besides
Well, they
change
do
the
have
time.
standard. Yeah. They kind of do, but
But that's not that bad.
yeah.
Like, they didn't try to... who sabotaged them?
Was their own friends.
Mhm.
Yeah. No, it's true. I mean, yeah, they did try to change the time and stuff, but then it's like, well, it's fair. I think even at the end, Sharpay is like, well, I'm your understudy, you know, whatever. But it's like a different energy at the end. I mean, and I know the other movies, like, yeah, there is a little, like, you know, I think they're still at odds or whatever, but
There's like tension, but over Troy.
yeah, I think it's more about that, honestly. Or, well, it's also, I think I think Sharpay and Ryan were the only, like, probably the only leads in the plays for a while. You know what I mean? Like, they're probably just like, that's their thing
Yeah.
as well. So it's like outsiders coming in. That's like, I can understand their perspective, you know?
Totally.
And the amount of work, I mean, bedazzling all those microphones, that takes time. Those costumes, you know, like they must have made their own costumes just for Bop to the Top, just to audition.
I know.
And their
for a
own arrangements,
callback?
their own, I don't know. I can respect the grind. you
I know. I'm like so far gone in the way, like, I have to take myself back to like kid Nikki or even high school Nikki because, yeah, like I take one look at Ryan and Sharpay's callback and I'm like, the audacity of them. They're not getting this job.
Also, like the drama teacher is like, okay, you've got the part, and every time she like calls Troy or Gabriella, like they're always late, and I know that that's a no-no in the theater. So it is kind of like, like she's bending the rules a little, or like I get doing it once, but then she kind of does it twice, so you're like, but then the stakes seem higher, and then I don't know,
but they're not as annoying. Like, I guess my thing too is like doing things like outside of high school musicals. They would take one look at Sharpay and Ryan and be like, you're trying too hard. This is disrespectful to the theater. Like, get out.
yeah.
And also they'd be like, Troy and Gabriella, you're late again. Get out.
No one would make it to the real theater. Is that what you're saying?
No one would bob to the top in the real world.
Damn.
But for the Disney Channel movie, it's crazy looking at it because, you know, I think I remember more of High School Musical 2 especially.
Yeah.
And kind of High School Musical 3, and they kind of all blend together in like a weird High School Musical sauce.
Same.
But the budget on this, the little budget, little budge. Those costumes are crazy.
Oh, I love
But
them.
I loved them. No, I loved them. I think like, you know, I like when it was like a Disney Channel movie.
Yeah.
And then they got bigger and bigger and bigger. That was
Definitely.
cool.
Yeah. No, I loved, like, I'm trying to remember. Oh man, what is that song that Sharpay sings when she just like what she wants it all? Like
I think it's called I Want It All.
I Want It All. Is that what
or
it's called?
Fabulous. Which
Fabulous.
one?
I think it's called
Okay.
Fabulous. Yeah. But I loved that whole scenario, that whole scene, and Bet on It. Yeah. You can see that the budget's a little bigger.
That's true. You know, and like it hits similar beats, except the High School Musical 2's like at a country club. But there's like, in this one, there's that one scene where Gabriella is singing in the hallways by herself. It's like her big ballad.
Uh-huh.
But High School Musical 2 does it better. Go Your Own Way is a better song. It's like a great song.
I forgot about them going their own way.
What about you?
I was kind of waiting for that. I'm like, does he ever sing? Because doesn't he sing too?
Yeah. Oh, that one's a good song.
That is a good song. I really want to watch the second. I want to watch all the High School Musicals now. I'm just like in the mood. I'm like, they're fun.
Oh.
I don't know.
Oh my God. Speaking of like iPods and like nostalgia and High School Musical, have you ever seen the episode of SNL where Zac Efron is guest hosting? It was like 2009. He's in a Gilly sketch, or Gilly sketch is in that episode. But he does a really cool sketch where it's like him and like Bobby Moynihan and I forget who else, but they're like graduating East High and like the Wildcats. Or it's like they come back after like 1 year of college and Zac Efron's like, yeah, when I got up to college, there was no singing or dancing. And everyone's like, no. Good era of SNL.
It's my favorite era of SNL.
Do you think, what was in your notes?
Okay. I was scribbling away on my notes.
Like I know you have thoughts.
Okay. Well, one of my first notes is that the first scene, the very first, like the New Year's party karaoke scene, they're too perfect for karaoke.
What is this song too? This is not from Twinkletown, or is this from Twinkletown?
Yeah, and it just, I'm like, what is going on? How do they know all the words?
So good though.
Because they're like, they have this like, their expressions are like, I don't know what I'm doing, I don't know what I'm singing, but then it comes out so perfectly.
Oh, who me?
It's like, don't make me sing.
Yeah, don't make me sing. Don't make me dance.
Speaking of,
yeah, but Started Something New is a banger.
so good. All of the songs are bangers. Well, pretty much, except that one ballad that she's like,
It's still good, but it's not Go Your Own Way. Now that we have the full picture.
right. Now that I've zoomed out a little, yeah, I understand why you're like, that one's a skip.
It's no Go Your Own Way. And Bet on It, or Get Your Head in the Game is no Bet on It. But the
No.
choreo is great.
I think, which Bet on It does have really good choreo as well, but it's like more like a solo moment.
Mhm.
And then I think as far as group choreo, Get Your Head in the Game is the best.
Oh,
Or, well, then again, Status Quo is also very good.
Wow. And then from the second one, I really do like I Don't Dance.
I say you can.
Not a chance.
Ooh, oh my God.
This is just like a High School Musical 2 appreciation.
I know, we watched the first one, but we're really... Oh, I forgot that's yeah. Oh my gosh, because I think about that song like at least once a month.
I know you
I don't
sing
know.
that song all the time.
I don't know why. I'll just be sitting and like I don't. Or if someone says they don't dance, that literally comes into my brain.
You're like,
And I just want
hit it. You are Ryan. You're the fedora comes down. I love it. And like the one where they're in the kitchen and they're like,
Yes.
work this out.
Oh my God. And I love the edit where it's like just the squeaking.
Yes.
It's my favorite.
All the TikTok edits
Yeah.
are so good of High School Musical.
They get me every time.
100%. No, I mean, yeah. It's just something that never gets old.
Mm-mm. I do have a question for you though, Nick.
Me?
Yeah. Since you were in the high school drama club, right?
Yeah, I was.
How accurate of a depiction is this? Because I feel like the teacher is very intense, very serious about the arts and, you know, the theater.
In high school, yeah, I had a theater teacher like all 4 years, and she was Miss Darbus.
Yeah.
Yeah. She actually ran us like getting outside of like high school and college and doing a little bit of professional theater.
Yeah.
Miss Rose ran us as high school students like a professional theater production.
Wow.
Like doing regional theater and doing stage left productions for my high school. Same schedule.
Damn. So it was really serious.
It was very serious. I would say more serious than Miss Darbus. She let Ryan and Sharpay have too much of a leash.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Wow.
So
I was just wondering, you know, because I'm like, wow, and you said you have a story.
okay, well, it did bring back memories because as a kid, I loved Sharpay. I was obsessed. Of course, you know, Ashley Tisdale, Maddie from Sweet Life of Zach and Cody.
Yeah.
Sharpay spoke to me as someone who already loved theater and like dance and singing and all that and like loving sequins.
Yes. Oh my God. When she puts on the sequin bolero.
Oh my God. Okay, this whole movie is like a limited to catalog.
It really is. And I love it. I know like all the like the khaki pants.
So good. All of the like short jackets.
Yes. I love the cropped.
And a
jacket.
cami?
The camis with the lace.
The epitome of fashion to me is like a 10-year-old.
And a sash for a belt.
Oh. Okay. No. Oh my gosh. No, do you remember? I remember the day that Limited 2 ceased and they switched it over to Justice.
I think I cried.
My
soul died. In this side, I was like, oh.
Well, because they didn't change a lot. They just like one day, I feel like as a kid, like waking up and then being like, yeah, Limited 2's Justice now.
Yeah.
And then being like, what is this crap? Why are all these peace signs there?
Yeah.
But anyways.
I know. I was like, wow, it's really gone downhill. And this is for babies now.
Yeah. I was like, what the heck?
Yeah.
This is for babies now. Meanwhile, Limited 2 had full like monkeys and frogs and
right. I'm like, this is so like maybe not mature, but like, yeah, I felt so refined.
Right. But like, yeah. Yeah, Justice was a crazy time. I don't think that lasted as long.
They didn't have as much personality.
It didn't.
You know, like Limited 2, I think the brand had a lot more personality and something with that big like flower, the daisy or whatever. And
definitely.
I don't know, just the vibes.
Yeah, daisies over peace signs.
Yeah.
And that's my millennial jumping out. But what was okay. So I thought my life would like High School Musical definitely informed me. But anyways, by the time I was in high school, I guess I manifested too close to the sun and I was a little bit Sharpay. A little more Rachel Berry than Sharpay, but still, like that was kind of my thing. I remember walking by the call sheet all the time.
Oh, wow.
Or like not the call sheet, the like audition sheet and being like, or the cast list was such a big deal to me and I'd get so worked up and I was in every production and like it was my
that does sound like
life
Sharpay.
by then. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
Brie. That was my whole entire world. That was my whole entire world in college too.
Yeah.
It was my whole entire life.
True.
Up until, you know, a couple years ago, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, so I know the Sharpay life, but nothing more than sophomore year when we did a production of Grease Also, the parallels between High School Musical and Grease. Anyways. But it was like more like winter lovin' in High School Musical, not summer lovin'. But I digress. So we're doing this production of Grease. I'm working my butt off to like get ready for auditions. Everyone is. All of us theater kids are.
Yeah.
Now, waltzes in and gets cast 2 people. One jock.
No.
One quiet girl.
No.
Who's like Sandy in real life. And I like felt Sharpay.
You
in
were
that
like
moment. Yeah, it was like my whole world was crushed.
Damn. And did they get the part?
They got the parts.
Damn.
Like Troy and Gabriella.
That's
And I
exactly
think they
like
dated
High
in
School
real
Musical.
life too. And I just remember being so pissed off as like a 15-year-old.
Oh my gosh.
Like I was going to be Sandy or whatever, but like I think it was the principle of the thing, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. I feel that for like Sharpay's character too. It's like just I get it. Like I do. I get it.
Yeah,
You
it's
know.
like you waltz in,
Yeah.
no respect for the arts.
That's how I feel like, yeah, with like art and stuff too. Because you could work really hard on, you know, a piece. And then, and then someone, I remember like, well, in high school too, like taking it very seriously, like taking my art really seriously. And then like some people didn't. But then they'd get like, sometimes they'd get like a better grade or something. And I'd be like, that's sus. And I'm like, but I'm working so hard on this stupid clay piece.
Right? I think it's so funny, like now as an adult. I mean, like I'm way more like, oh, Troy and Gabriella, of course. Everyone should be in the High School Musical.
Yeah.
Or like, you know, everyone should be able to try these different things and not stick to the status quo.
Yeah. Like the message is nice.
Yeah. But like, yeah. Like growing up, I was just like, no, this is like my world and you don't care about it like I do.
Yeah. That's fair, I think.
Yeah. But sometimes, like, you know, there's actors, there's artists that just fall into it, you know?
That's true too.
They just have like a natural gift or like something resonates with people. And
I guess that's why Miss Darbus was like, I'll give you a shot or
yeah,
something. What did she say? There's some rule in theater? Like, I don't know. Not
if
beginner's
you're
luck.
good, you're
but
good. I don't know. That's what I took.
I forget what she said, but
Yeah, they do have charisma, uniqueness, and talent. Those two, Troy and Gabriella.
they do.
Yeah, and they probably, no one likes to try hard. I think it just rubs the masses the wrong way.
Maybe. But is it so bad to try hard? I don't know.
I don't know, but you don't strike me as a person. You strike me as the opposite. Like, I worked my whole entire life, like throughout school and like early 20s as like an actor. And like, I like would struggle with it sometimes. And you would waltz in and be amazing and just have this natural gift. So maybe it takes being out of it, you know?
That's how I feel about you anytime we've done like photography stuff together and you've taken photos. And I don't know, I feel like you have a gift. But but I get like frustrated and stuff. You know what I mean? Like there's that. Sometimes I actually feel like I could relate more to like the composer girl. Because she's a little more quiet. She's a little more demure. Do you know what I mean? Like Ryan is like my freak side. You know, like my like
you're a freak.
when I know when I'm around people I know well.
Yeah.
And I let it out. But like then I think like in high school I was more like her because she's kind of quiet. She's not really like, you know, like sometimes there'd be things where I'd be like, oh man, I kind of don't fit in with this group, or like I want to say something but I don't. You know what I mean? Like you can tell she's kind of conflicted and I don't know.
Yeah.
But she also is trying to work on her own like artistic stuff, but it's like whatever.
Her Twinkle Town.
Her Twinkle Town. She's like none of her compositions get picked. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
so.
No, she's grinding. She's putting the whole thing together. She's a matchmaker.
She's
She's a bop maker. She's a hit maker. Before Benny Blanco, there was High School Musical girl.
I know. Like I don't even know her name. Do we even know her name? Do they
No.
even say her name the whole time?
But like, also I get it a little confused with Camp Rock because I'm like Allison.
Oh my
Stoner,
god, that's what
but
we need to watch next.
Oh my! I don't think Camp Rock's gonna hold up like that.
I know, and that's what I think will make it so fun to watch. Like, I'm still trying to understand the scene where they come in just going like Camp Rock and like clapping and
Oh man, isn't that from
stomping.
Camp Rock 2?
Is it? Oh, okay. Have I seen Camp Rock too? I'm trying to remember if I've seen Camp.
I feel like I've seen it, but it didn't resonate. What resonated from that time was Demi Lovato punching that girl on the plane.
Yeah. What happened there? Was that her exacting revenge? I don't remember.
I don't know. I don't remember the reason. I know she was like coked out, but
Just punching people on planes.
yeah. Which I get. I relate to more. That's the thing about like Disney Channel actors, especially from this era, where it was like, to me, what I related to as a tween about Miley Cyrus was when she would do like the quote unquote scandalous stuff. Because it reminded me of like also my fellow 11-year-olds thinking they're too like old. Like I remember being that age and being like, I'm grown. Or like other people around me seeming so mature and grown.
I remember wearing my Hannah Montana silver jeans thinking I am grown.
Right?
I know what fashion is.
No, and I remember like, yeah, like in middle school, like a girl having like a Miley Cyrus like sexting scandal.
Oh my
and
God.
like not thinking of anything of it at the time. Now as an adult, I'm like, oh yeah, shut that down. They're children. But like,
yeah.
At the time, I don't know. I guess my point is though, I'm into the messiness, and I wish like back in that era, Disney Channel wasn't like so hard. Because the most interesting thing about Demi Lovato is her like punching people on a plane. I wish, not that like she should have been like continuing to abuse drugs.
No, but I
like,
mean like just how hot, like they had to hold their image to such a high standard and
like the
repressed.
whiplash. Yeah. Like, because remember right after she punched the person on the plane, it was like a couple months later she was releasing Skyscraper and she was like all better.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I mean, obviously that isn't true because I've seen now 3 Demi Lovato documentaries, like, you know, early 2020s, but I don't know. They were so relatable back then.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't understand Disney. You know, because now they've accumulated so many things and TV shows and things that you're like, what?
Do
That's Disney?
Kids don't have Disney Channel anymore, do they?
Actually, don't know. Yeah, it doesn't exist, right? Does it? I don't think it does.
I don't know.
I guess I don't know how we would know, though.
I don't know how they would know.
But I know that Disney Plus is a thing.
It's true. Do they have like tween shows? Like the last Disney Channel show I remember is the one with Sabrina Carpenter.
Huh.
That like Boy Meets World like reboot? But there must have been other things. I mean, I grew out of it, you know?
Yeah.
The last show that I remember watching and like liking was like Good Luck Charlie or whatever, like a Shake It Up. And then I was like, well, peace out.
I'm like Googling it now. Just curious. It says it exists. It's all cartoons.
Oh.
Okay. It's just cartoons.
What do tweens like? What is Gen Alpha like?
I don't know. True. Yeah. Like, what do they watch? Are they watching like true crime?
Right?
Like-
I don't know. We really had it made.
Yeah.
And we're still like rocking and rolling with like, we're going to see, well, I'm going to see it again, but we're going to see the drama this weekend.
I'm excited.
Disney Channel girlies and Zendaya. You know?
Yeah.
It's nice. Robert Pattinson, another person from that time period.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're still making good things.
Devil Wears Prada.
Oh
too.
my God. Do you remember as a kid, like I had like sleepover at my house circa 2006, High School Musical DVD, Devil Wears Prada DVD.
Yep.
Back to back.
I do. I remember our back-to-back films. Yeah. They were good. It was like, there was like, yeah, it was like a double feature.
Yep. That was my like childhood double feature.
It was good. I feel like the first movie was never, like I was never ready to go to sleep during the first movie.
Mm-mm.
And it would like hype me up a bit. And then by the second, like halfway through the second movie is when I'd start to get a little sleepy, you know?
Yeah.
But
It would be like the third act of Devil Wears Prada. And I'd be like keeping my eyes just like barely open.
right. But I'm like, I gotta see this.
Yeah. Maybe that's why there's some blank spots in High School Musical as well. Cause like we'd like yap.
Yeah.
through High School Musical.
That's-
And then, you know,
Those are fun times, though.
fun times.
Yeah.
Classic. Anything else in your notes?
Oh, Sharpay's facial expressions were the best. Like, just her reacting to things, like, was so hilarious to me.
Such as?
I don't know, just anything. Just, like,
I guess I'm baiting you, Bru, but yeah, such as.
like, I don't know. I'm trying to remember them, but, you know, she's always, like, displeased. Like, I don't know if I can do them. Like, she did them.
But
But,
they're like, oh,
yeah, like, it was a lot of, like, eye rolling, a lot of, like, she was just, like, really bothered.
very bothered. Very like,
Yeah. Yeah.
I liked the background actors the most
Yeah.
because they were really going for it. They're like, sheesh, you know, like, get out of town. Like, you know, they were, I don't know.
Everyone did seem really, like,
Yeah.
you know, they were all in it together.
They were all in it together. I even loved, like, you know, a lot of the background actors and, like, the bit parts. They all had braces and they had, like, real skin. And, like, they looked like real tweens and teenagers.
They did.
It was really cool.
It was refreshing.
Yeah.
They also did a great job during Get Your Head in the Game.
They did. That choreo is tight.
Yeah. Just saying.
No, this, like, it held up. Surprisingly.
I loved Ryan's swirly, like, newsboy cap.
Yes.
There was a couple times where I was like, woo! Like, I was like, wow, style icon. I think I said, oh, shit. One of his shirts was just, like, that good. I don't know. I was just impressed with his style.
I loved Ryan's style. I like justice for him. I never thought about Ryan as a kid.
Yeah, same. I was like, whatever, he's boring. But I was like, oh, okay, he's interesting. I know he's got more to say. I think he does say more in, like, the second one or something.
Yeah.
Well, he said he's the one that's like, he says you can dance. So that's right.
Yeah. He's trying to indoctrinate Corbin Blue's character
Yeah.
into the arts as well.
Which I thought was hilarious.
Speaking of fashion in High School Musical, which we've discussed limited to, but anything else, any other fashion moments? I will say, I know a couple years ago, we tried to bring this back and it didn't work. I mean, I really feel like it's a missed opportunity. The dresses and, like, skirts over
the
pants.
Pants, yeah. Yeah. I wonder why. I
Like,
mean, that's
why
not.
didn't it catch on?
Yeah, I don't know. But we could try again. Yeah, because I think Sharpay had an outfit like that at one time, like in High School Musical. And I was like, ooh, that actually eats. Like,
Have you seen those photos of Ashley Tisdale from the early 2000s on the red carpet? Like her with, like, the boa, or her with, like, the, like,
yeah.
I don't know.
I know it seems so strange, but at the same time, to me, it doesn't seem as strange because, like, we were participating.
Well, we grew up with Disney Channel dressing.
Yeah, it kind of, like, made sense.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like we should try it again. I think it's time to bring it back.
I think so as well. I feel like I've just been really into that 90s minimalism for so long, and now I've just become, like, a hoodie and jeans type of person that I'm like, maybe I should bring back my, like, limited 2 era.
Yes.
Disney Channel dressing.
Oh my God, you should. Get that, like, an asymmetrical dress on top, maybe.
Mhm.
The slight ruffle.
Oh my God. I remember as a kid going into Limited 2. Like, you know that scene in Princess Diaries 2 when she goes with Lily into that, like, that big closet, and it's just, like, everything. Like, all the watches and, like, all the accessories. Like, I remember going into Limited 2 and being, like, unstoppable on a Saturday afternoon.
Oh my God.
And,
I love
like,
Limited too.
Picking out the accessories to go with the outfit.
They had so many good accessories.
Mm-hmm.
I remember getting a really cool pair of fingerless gloves that I think I still have.
Wow.
For the, like, you know, the winter times. But I do also remember their jewelry displays and just going crazy over, like, the necklaces.
Yeah.
And
And
the little-
everything matched.
Yeah. Yeah. They did. They had a lot of, like, little matching sets, and I miss them. I mean, obviously, it'd be kind of weird to go into a limited too now, but
Yeah. But I don't know. Like after that, I feel like there was like a blank, like
nothing filled the void.
nothing filled the void. I guess until Urban Outfitters, and then I felt like that rush.
Okay, yeah.
But then now Urban Outfitters is not like that.
Yeah. When was the last time you went to Urban Outfitters? Been a while.
No, it was like last year, and I was very disappointed.
Hmm.
I've gone to No, I lie. It was like a couple months ago. I'm not gonna lie, but it was just to feel something because that was like also my era. Like
Yeah.
the Tumblr indies.
But aren't they doing a lot of nostalgic stuff too, in a way? Like, or like 90s centered sort of stuff? Or at least last time I went in there, it was kind of like that.
But I'm like, no, I don't want that nostalgia. I want to be nostalgic.
I'm like,
Like my era of Urban Outfitters is like 2012 to 2016. Like I want full like pastel grunge or nothing.
yeah, they haven't quite gotten
Yeah.
there. Maybe they will.
Like I want 2014 Tumblr.
I feel like
That's my culture.
Urban Outfitters will do that though. I mean, they seem like they could, like that would be the perfect place for that to just come back.
Be a resurgence.
Yeah.
Yeah. But maybe Gen Alpha's not into that. Maybe not enough time has passed where they're like, it's cool.
True.
It's so funny though, speaking of that, like watching High School Musical again, it's like when High School Musical came out, I remember everyone in my school had watched it and it was such a big deal. And like afterwards, the premiere of Hannah Montana came on. I think it was a premiere or a preview, and like we had to wait to see like the actual premiere a couple months later, and it just being like this moment.
Uh-huh.
And like all the fashion and stuff, and being like, when I'm a teenager, this is how it's gonna be.
Yes, I was getting so amped up for how it was gonna be.
And it kind of wasn't like that, but
No, and everyone, I mean, I feel like at my high school at least, people dressed pretty normal, like just kind of regular.
yeah.
And so I had to like hang up my silver pants. Do you know what I mean? Like I couldn't wear my Hannah Montana. I would be like, the laughing stock maybe.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh man, that was so much fun. It's like I had to tune it down.
And I feel like I turned it up in different ways. Like by the time I was in high school, I was on my lavender lipstick, like lime crime bullshit,
Hell yeah.
So I feel like maybe that's the pipeline. Maybe if you were really into like High School Musical and Hannah Montana as a kid, like when you were in high school, you just became Sky Ferreira. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
maybe that was just one way of expressing yourself. Or maybe it's not the pipeline. Maybe it was just my pipeline. I went from High School Musical to like Rachel Berry to fully like pastel grunge.
Oh. Yeah, by the end of high school.
Yeah.
I feel like in middle school I was like Ryan. And it's so true. So many sequins, so flamboyant, wearing all the Hannah Montana merch that I could, And then high school, I feel like I looked like the composer girl. That was kind of how I dressed. Like kind of demure. It's like a little funky style in there, but nothing crazy. Just corduroys, jeans.
That style, she's like giving like limited to hipster.
Yeah.
Or like limited to when it existed, but like the Delia's revival hipster.
I feel like that was sort of my style. But then at the end, I feel like I was getting a little more, I don't know exactly. Like that, I don't know if it was grunge exactly. I think
Twee.
maybe a little tweet. I think I bought a bird dress around that time. But I did have like a little like, I wasn't goth, but it was like, I wore like cross necklaces sometimes, or like
It's just the
dark
fashion.
plaids. I don't know what that is. I don't know.
It's just the fashion.
Heavy eyeliner, like a hint
Yeah.
of grunge, maybe.
I feel like I didn't really talk to you in high school. But I did, but I didn't. I was too busy in the theater.
You were too busy.
I
That's
think it
true.
was-
You had the crazy schedule. I do remember you telling me about like some of it, and it's like, wow, it sounds really involved.
No, in high school, I would be like, by day, I was like Jeffrey Campbell, Lita's like Lady Gaga, like, I don't know, whatever that look was. going into pastel grunge, like like this like Tumblr flamboyant. And then by night, I was a theater kid.
I love it.
Yeah.
Then your hat comes on.
My
Your
hat
fedora.
came on. Yeah, I was like a big loner and in high school, and then like theater came around and I turned into Sharpay.
I remember though, because I saw a couple of your productions. They were really good. Like they felt professional. I was like, wow, like steady. Like I was like, it didn't feel like a high school show. It felt like a real show. So
It really prepared me. But who does theater anymore? That's like
well,
very interesting thing.
yeah.
I feel like I graduated college and I was like, who's ready for theater? And they're like,
Or are they like theaters and like I don't know. Do people not do theater? Or do you feel like theater is just not as appreciated maybe nowadays?
Brie, who does theater nowadays?
I don't know. But I love going to the theater. I love seeing shows.
It's true. I do too. But yeah, I mean, like, YouTube, when it used to be a supplement and then it wasn't just YouTube, but it was just changing of times.
Yeah. Like how the Metro card is changed. Isn't that crazy?
Yep.
That kind of bothered me. That's something, like, I think in that Fran Lebowitz article, she mentioned something about, like, I think, like, technology or something. Like, what does she say?
Yeah, can we go back? We
I know,
could have ran the course on High School Musical. High School Musical is only like 90 minutes.
Yeah,
So,
that's true.
while it was a nostalgic ride, I'm like, these people were just kids.
Yeah.
And like, it's cool. It's really cool.
And I don't think there's any real villain necessarily. Like, I don't know. I feel like there was like a few years ago, there was like discourse about who the villain was or something. And
Yeah.
it felt intense.
Okay, come on now. Like everyone that a couple years ago on the internet, the discourse was like, justice for Sharpay. Troy and Gabrielle are the real villains. And it's like, you haven't watched it in a long time because once you see Breaking Free, you don't care about that. You're like, yeah, I'm living for these two children. I love them. And also, I feel like you can only say justice for Sharpay if you are a Sharpay person or a Ryan person. Like, I just want representation for my people, theater people.
Yes.
Especially like cunty, mean girl theater people. Justice for us and whatever we turned into.
Hell yeah.
Also,
Yeah.
probably not doing theater. Like, Sharpay is, if she was real, 20 years on, Homegirl would not be doing, like, on Broadway. Because she was getting too worked up in high school about it.
So what do you think she's up to?
I think she's like a nurse or like a really like a bitchy career. But like in a positive way.
Yeah.
Like she got way too worked up. I was never quite like that. But like you can turn into a couple things,
Yeah.
Like you can lock in on it and actually like achieve your dreams or get like too lost in the sauce. Oh, you know what,
It's done.
Sharpay? When Miss Darvis retired,
She's going to be the new theater
she's
teacher.
gonna be the new theater teacher. And
You're probably right. The legend lives on.
100%.
Yeah.
And I do know there was like a direct to video, like Sharpay's Big Adventure or whatever it was called.
Oh,
but
did you ever see it or? Oh, okay.
but
Did she have a tiny dog or is that just
Yeah,
in my mind?
no,
Okay,
she
because I'm
did.
like, I feel like if she didn't have one, she needs one.
no,
I think that's part of the evolution is she gets a tiny dog.
and she does go to Broadway and whatever, and then But let's be for real too. No shade to Ashley Tisdale, but Sharpay doesn't have like the singing abilities.
Yeah. What was it that we watched? Oh my gosh. It was like Ashley Tisdale. What was she singing? It was was it that
Last Christmas?
Oh, it was Last Christmas. Oh my god. I loved it though. I love her being a pop girly.
She was iconic back in the day.
It's like her attitude. I mean, oh man. There was that one song I was so obsessed with of hers. Hold on, it'll come to me. All I can hear is Vanessa Hudgens though in my mind. But
It's funny what as a kid I globbed onto and like what actually like stands as an adult.
She said.
It's a good song.
She said I was obsessed with because she was giving Tude.
Yeah.
I'm like, she's the next Nelly Furtado.
Oh man, I love Nelly Furtado. She's great.
She is. Anyway.
You know what though? I'm not giving myself enough credit. Even though it was funny to just be like, Nikki's like Sharpay or like I was like Sharpay. because I'm thinking about like the Sharpay Rachel Berry from Glee pipeline or like parallels or whatever, but you can't really say that. And like I think as a kid, as like a 10-year-old, I loved Sharpay.
Yeah.
Of course, like 10 years old.
Yeah.
But as I grew up, like I did realize like theater is like serious and like beautiful, and like I wish it was still like a vibe, like a career now, or you know, like we went to the theater more, you know, and I wish, you know, whatever. But then I started doing plays and like I studied for it and like, I did it like I became a little more Rachel Berry in the sense that like you have to revere it. Like I don't know if Sharpay, like, not to get too deep or whatever about High School Musical of all things, but like she was really caught up in like dating Troy Bolton and being the lead in the musical. Was it more like the
showmanship, but not like the art of it?
But not like the art of it. And I think, like, you know, I think if someone that like loved High School Musical as a kid and then turned out to really like appreciate the art, and also I wasn't like a musical theater person. I was like doing plays. But yeah, like I think like it's an introduction. And I wonder how many gals and gays like me grew up with like Glee and High School Musical and were like, that's what I want to do with my life. And like it turned into like respect and like whatever. Yeah. But Sharpay, we gotta evolve past Sharpay, and I hope I've evolved past Sharpay.
I think you have, definitely.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And I think you can start at Sharpay and then become Fran Lebowitz. She might not agree. She might not agree. But maybe.
No, I loved all the things that Miss Darbus was saying about the theater, because I'm like, I hear like everything that she's saying. I'm like, yes, the disrespect of the cell phones in the theater. When I went, well, operas like theater, you know, but the last time I went, someone's cell phone went off.
Oh, rude. Ringtone? Was it a baby girl
ringtone
situation?
And a whole conversation, and we heard talking. It was very disrespectful, and it was distracting, and I was like so offended.
That's
I wanted to send him to detention.
Yeah. That does make me feel like at the movies, I am that asshole. That is like, you have that bright screen?
Yeah.
For like, if it's more than 5 seconds, I think you should go to jail.
Lock them up.
Lock them up.
Oh. Yeah, I agree.
What I thought was really interesting about the Fran Lebowitz, one of my takeaways is she was talking about, you know, I think it was this article, or maybe it was another Fran Lebowitz article. How many ones am I reading? Was it this one where she talks about young people and, you know, reading?
Yeah.
Oh, this really like stuck with me. She says, I do all these speaking dates and lots of people who are young in their 20s come. One thing I do notice, even with kids who are very highly educated, who've had tremendous cultural advantages, they know very little about things that happened before they were born. They feel justified in this. They'll say, well, no, I didn't know about that. I wasn't even born then. Just an absurd thing to say. I always say, well, I wasn't born during the Civil War, but I heard about it. Okay? And I think
love that.
like, there is this, like, thing in my mind where I'm like, yeah, culture didn't exist before 1997. Do you know what I mean?
I know.
Like,
sometimes I am that like that person that's like, well, I wasn't born then.
So I don't know.
Yeah. But I hear what she's saying. I'm like, okay.
That's crazy I don't know. Is that just like an our generation thing, or it seems like we're maybe the first, I don't know if she talked about it here, I read it somewhere else, but like the first generation to be like, the future might not be as good. So we're like always in the past.
Maybe.
Not to,
I don't want to think about
the down, but like, I do think it's interesting. I think it's also what bothers me, and I don't know if it's an article or not, but I saw a Substack too that basically was like, people like Gen Z has a really tough time being perceived because of the internet.
Oh, okay.
And social media.
That makes sense.
But I'm like,
I
no
think.
shit.
It's like obviously.
And I got a reading about a month ago, and she was like, you have a fear of being perceived.
Mm.
And I like, it sat wrong with me because in my head I was like, well, doesn't everyone? Like,
Yeah.
Don't we all like that?
Doesn't everyone? Yeah.
And I mean, like, I don't know, but maybe it is a generational thing where I'm like,
I feel like that's almost always been a fear.
but I guess that's with us. But like, you're telling me a couple years ago when people were coming on there, like elder millennials being like, I'm proud to be a millennial. like, of course we now have a fear of being cringe. And like in the subsector where like people have like Gen Z has this fear of being perceived because they're constantly thinking about if I part my hair to the side, or where should I part my hair, or what should I do, or like what, you know, because there's always this constant like comment section or like whatever. Of course, like we have a fear of being perceived.
Yeah, no,
But I don't know. I don't know if it was this article or not, but it just something made me think about that reading, the Fran Lebowitz thing about being like, okay, people are really tough on this generation, and it's not really fair.
Mm. Yeah, I mean, I agree, and I mean, I kind of agree with what she's saying too, though. Of like, I guess like certain things maybe like learn. I get what she's saying about like culture and you know, it's good to know
it is
things and maybe not, but yeah, I mean, I don't know, but I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I am like, well, I don't know that because sometimes you don't know.
Yeah. Well, I guess I was more like A to C, but I completely agree with what she said. Like, why is that?
But then I don't know. But I also worry about being perceived and also perceived for not knowing.
But you know what? Maybe that is like a true zillennial plight.
Yeah.
You know, being like, I felt like as a kid, I always wanted to be older
Mm-hmm.
and be more millennial and like pretend like I remembered things that I didn't remember. Like, especially in that age of irony, like just like hearing people be like, I remember this 90s cartoon. And I was like, me too.
Mm. Yeah.
And then going online and being like, what the fuck is this? Or like having like a vague idea of it and being like, yeah, I've seen every app. You know, to being like now at a weird point where I'm like, I don't remember anything.
Maybe
but
it's
I
like
do
also a
remember High School
pushback
Musical.
of like, I don't want to feel old.
Oh, that's true.
Just, I don't know. I'm just saying, you know, because like if you I don't know.
That's true. Okay,
admit to
maybe
knowing
it is.
something. I don't know.
It's true.
Just throwing that out there, especially if you're in your 20s or
That's true. Early 30s.
early
Like
30s. Just
maybe that's it.
yeah,
You're right. You're like, okay, well, wait. It's like, you know, like the Gen Z test of like, were you alive during 9/11?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, whoa. All right. Yeah, but like, but not like that.
But I wasn't living.
But I wasn't living. It's like pump the brakes.
Yeah.
Maybe it is. Maybe it is like a constant push and pull of like, I think you're right. About being like, well, wait a second. I'm not that old.
Yeah. I feel like that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like that idea of having to position yourself in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Is it this article where she talks about seeing like young people reading on the subway?
I don't remember.
I'm not gonna lie, I get a lot of Fran Lebowitz content just like on my Substack.
Nice.
So it's not just this article. I've been like, does she have something? Like, is she promoting something?
Did she write something? I read somewhere that she has writer's block, and she's had writer's block for like years or something. Which I'm like, oh, relatable.
Right?
I mean, I don't write necessarily, but like just like an artistic block.
100%.
But she also acts and what else does she do? She's like a social commentator.
Yeah, she's
basically. That's what she's known for.
She's
really.
a legend. She's a New York legend. She's a figure.
She's a
figure at this point.
Yeah.
Oh my God. On men's fashion?
I was just looking at that.
She said, men dress like children. I was in Baltimore. I check into the hotel, and it seemed to me at first that this place is full of baseball players. And then I looked around and thought, These guys look too old to me to be baseball players. I told this to the guy at the hotel. He said they're not baseball players. They're baseball fans. This hotel is right near some baseball stadium. And there was some giant baseball game that day. These men are 50, okay? When they dress up like baseball players, do they think I'm a baseball player? And to that, I say yes. I think they do. And yeah, don't get me started.
Don't get me started on baseball players.
Or men in their 50s.
Or men's fashion. We don't really. She also says in New York, people dress a lot nicer. They dress more like they don't, but a lot of men don't dress to impress, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, okay.
Period.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
They're just saying what we're all thinking.
100%. They don't. And men do dress like children. They all dress like they're the one cello skateboard player in High School Musical.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. They'll be 40 years old. But, I mean, it's crazy because, you know, a woman. And they just get criticized for, like, looking too young at a certain age, you know?
Or
looking too old.
Okay, Fran. Tell them.
But they do. Like, it's
No, I
it's
get
crazy.
what you're saying. Yeah. I didn't even think of that.
But then there are 50-year-old men in salmon-colored shorts
True.
thinking they run the world.
Yeah.
And do they? I don't know. I agree with what you said about men wearing shorts.
I agree.
She says, I would prefer not to see, 50-year-old men in shorts. If you want to see a 50-year-old man in shorts, that should be your personal choice. In general, when you do see men who are well-dressed, you notice them too much. And that's because it's rare. I mean, it's not a tragedy, but I think it would perk the place up if people would try to look better.
I agree. Period. Yeah. Take notes.
Fellas. I even take notes.
Yeah.
Dress better, but also men dress better.
Yeah.
It is not fair that they can just wear like a t-shirt and jeans and everyone be like, oh, that was great. Slay.
True. Yeah. I know. When we're 50, are we going to get away with t-shirt and jeans?
Well, but
maybe.
But like
maybe by the time we're 50. I wonder what the fashion cycle will have.
I don't know. By the time we're 50, just talk about like AI dystopian. I know.
Like the AI dystopian world we're like going towards.
I'm like, I don't know. That seems a long way away.
I know. I can't even imagine. I hope it's something cool. I hope it's something classy.
Yeah, maybe we'll circle back around. Oh, I thought our statements about wellness.
Oh,
kind of being hooey. Really interesting.
That was interesting to me. Yeah, because she's like basically says either you're like, it used to be either you're sick or you're not. And there was no like wellness. And now it's like a whole nother thing.
It's an industry.
Yeah.
It is. I think the wellness industry is a scam in a lot of ways. However, if they wanted to like pay us for SpawnCon, I would not say that. I'd say I love the wellness industry and I do partake.
Yeah, same.
But do I think like it's necessary? I don't know about that, but
yeah, it almost seemed like she was saying it's like privileged to be into wellness or to have wellness, I guess, as opposed to just being healthy. Yes! Which I'm like, I guess, yeah,
the goopification of wellness too, like,
and wellness is expensive, but they go hand in hand. It's also phrased. Wellness is phrased like you can't have health without wellness. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. But it's like not true. Like it is kind of a scam unless they want to pay me to say something. But like, we don't need liquid IVs.
Yeah.
But now they do taste better.
They really
and
taste
I am
great.
a big fan of liquid IV.
And I feel really great after I drink. I feel so hydrated.
Love those electrolytes. But like, truly it wouldn't kill you to pound a Gatorade.
Yeah. And I do sometimes.
Same.
I mean, they're the same thing. One's just in a powder, and you add it. Like they're pretty similar. I mean, there maybe is less sugar in the IVs.
Unless you'd like to prove us wrong and give the health stats. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, it was interesting. I don't know. I loved all of her opinions, honestly.
I mean, she's the queen of opinions.
Yeah. I'm like, keep them coming, Fran.
Honestly, she is kind of like her, Judge Judy.
Yes.
Like on my like Mount Rushmore.
I know. I thought of Judge Judy as well. Just I haven't really watched a lot of Judge Judy. Like I said, I watched a lot of Judge Joe Brown lately, but that's because I haven't watched Judge Joe Brown in a long time. But I've watched Judge Judy. You know, it's like
yeah, you got to give some love to Judge Joe Brown.
Yeah, he just has a different approach. Like he's a little more laid back, but he'll still like put people in their place.
Judge Joe Brown is low key messy.
Yes, he is. He's oh my god, he will legit start laughing in the middle of like, you know, the proceedings or whatever, because someone says something dumb, they're acting really dumb, and he will straight up say, "You're dumb." Like I'm serious. Like he will tell people to their face, like they're childish, that they're dumb, get a job, all of that stuff.
Yeah,
You
he's
have no
just more
sense.
low key. He doesn't have like the Judith Scheinland like pizzazz.
Yeah. He's like leaning back in the chair, but he does the faces where he's like looks skeptical, like that, like side eyeing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
He's Judge Joe Brown. He's just one of those dudes that like I don't know. It's like evergreen. He's a cool dude,
He is cool. I don't know.
but I haven't seen him in a hot second.
I've been watching a lot to fall asleep, and it's great. I'll probably watch it tonight. Like after this, I'll probably go home and watch Judge Joe Brown.
Right on,
Oh.
right on.
I didn't even tell you the case.
Oh yeah, what's the case?
This guy broke a girl's iPod charger.
iPod charger.
She sued him. Yeah, it's like $75, and
$75.
he was drunk. He was bouncing around in the middle console with his arms out the sunroof, having a good old time on like Mardi Gras. He was like, it was Mardi Gras, okay? Like that was his defense. He was like, it was Mardi Gras. I don't think I did this. And she's like, no, you definitely did. You broke my charger. Anyway, it was really funny.
You know what's so crazy? There's a couple things crazy about that case that I can't get over. Okay. I do know why, like thinking about it really quick. I'm like an iPod charger, $70. It seems crazy to me, but I was also a kid when I had an iPod, so I didn't use my own money, so I didn't know what prices were.
Right.
But damn.
Right.
For one. For two, I kind of relate to the guy.
He was just having a good old time.
Good old time.
Someone takes him, his ex-girlfriend takes him to Judge Joe Brown, sue him over the iPhone charger.
Also a good time. I think it's a win-win. The stakes are really low for her.
Yeah.
The plaintiff. You know, it was $70, but it was just an iPod charger.
Right. No, but she was so like dead ass about the iPod charger.
I love it.
She's like, he damaged my personal property. Like it's high stakes.
No, my gears are. That's my plotting. I'm plotting to get on Judge Joe Brown. Is he still on?
I don't know. I wonder because I think Judge Judy is. I don't know for sure if she's still on, but
Well, Judge Judy.
I know she
has
was.
new hair.
It says 25 seasons.
He's still alive, right?
Yeah, he must be. And I know Judge Judy has like a different show now. I think it's like Judy Justice or something. It's like rebranded.
Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, and it's still going. Judge Judy's going strong under Judy Justice, and that's her new name with her new hairstyle. And Judge Joe Brown, I feel like if he was still making content, I would know. But like,
But
I
he's
feel
still alive.
Judge Joe Brown was canceled in 2013 after 15 seasons following a contract breakdown, as CBS sought to reduce his $20 million annual salary due to declining ratings. Following the show's end, he faced legal issues, including a 2014 arrest for contempt of court. What? March 2014, while working on a child support case in Memphis, he was arrested and charged with 5 counts of contempt of court after contentious exchange with a magistrate. He served a 5-day sentence for this incident. I don't know what that exactly means. Well, that's disappointing.
Judge Judy ended in 2021. It ran that long. That's crazy.
Yeah, Judge Judy, I guess she was like the highest paid daytime television personality.
I mean, icon.
Mm-hmm. And he was second at the time. But still, at the time, I mean, they covered very similar cases.
Yeah, there is something about Judge Judy though that's
Yeah.
just iconic.
She's so unfiltered.
Yeah, like my Mount Rushmore of women. How
Yeah.
many people are on Mount Rushmore?
I think it's
4
4.
or 5?
I think it's just 4, but maybe it's 5. I don't know.
Well, Judith Shineland is there.
Yeah.
Wendy Williams, Joan Rivers, and Fran Lebowitz. Okay, 4.
That's 4. Okay, yeah.
Got it.
That's perfect. Yeah.
There they are. Praise be.
Carve them into some stones.
Yeah.
Ah.
Oh,
Well,
anything? Who's on your Mount Rushmore? Of iconic
I can't steal
women?
it. I'm like the same. I mean, definitely Judge Judy. But I also want to say Wendy Williams. I don't know, maybe like I was gonna say Estelle Getty, maybe.
All right.
Yeah.
I mean, she is Judge Judy.
She's like older Judge Judy.
Yeah.
Man. I'm trying to like not make it the same, you know what I mean? So
I can trade you. I'll trade you a Joan Rivers for a New York Pollard from I Love New York.
I don't know who New York. Pollard is.
Oh my God. Oh, you gotta go down this rabbit.
Okay.
This was another thing around the time of High School Musical. I was also raised on Flavor of Love and I Love New York.
Okay.
Just trash twuck and like just like I don't know, like trash TV. But she's had some iconic memes, which I know you've seen. You've seen this meme.
Oh my God. Oh, okay. I've seen a lot of her memes and I always like want to send them to you. And like
She
I'm
created
the head
the
bitch in
HBIC.
charge. Oh my God. Why don't I know this woman?
She's the one who's like, Beyonce? When the lady says, like, she looks like Beyonce.
I remember seeing that like clip. Yeah.
She's like, not you, you can choke. Bye, pumpkin. Oh my God.
Oh my
I
God.
love her.
And what show is it again?
She was on I Love New York.
Okay.
Way too young to be watching this, but I Love New York was iconic. She was also on Flavor of Love. She also was just on Z-Way.
Oh, sweet.
So, but she's an icon. So I could trade you a Joan for if I take a New York.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you still have one more.
Still have one more. Cause see, I want to say Fran Lebowitz, but I don't know. I'm like, I have to pick someone I go way back with, or
You don't have to.
who do I hold to that esteem? You know, maybe Cher.
Share.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like Cher, because sometimes she has unfiltered opinions. You know.
Oh my God, her tweets back in the day.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. All right. Well, we've got our Mount Rushmore.
All right. Well, case closed.
Put that in the history books.
Yes. Which, yeah. What do you think makes High School Musical so special? Just to circle it back.
I was trying to figure that out too, watching it, because I'm like, is it the time that it came out? Would kids these like if it was released today, would high schoolers respond?
Probably not high schoolers, but
Or
maybe
middle schoolers?
elementary schoolers. I think you have to get lower,
Really?
a little lower.
Toddlers?
Like not toddlers, but I don't know.
Kids grow up too quick these days.
Yeah, I think. Well, there's no tween demo anymore.
Yeah.
So you've kind of lost people there. Like by the time you're in high school, yeah, you're kind of too old for like a High School Musical or whatever. But
Yeah.
like the 8, 9 to like 13 bracket, I don't know.
Maybe
don't know
that's
what it
it.
would
Is that it's like a tween movie in a way.
And if there's no more tweens,
If there's no more tweens.
no, I think you could still like a musical or something. I just think it has to like resonate.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like High School Musical tells the story really well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like all the songs are really purposeful.
And you got the choreographer from Dirty Dancing to do all the choreo and direct the film.
That's pretty iconic.
Mm-hmm. It is a movie, like, as an adult watching it now, I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
So maybe that's really all it takes is, like, for adults to be like, I enjoyed it, and for kids to be like, I'm bought in. And maybe it was the limited 2 clothes. So like at 10, you're like, fuck yeah.
Yeah. I was going to say that fashion.
Yeah.
It's pretty special.
And then you hear the music, and the music is still so good.
Music slaps. I think some of the music can stand alone without the film.
Start as something new and breaking free.
Yeah.
Standalone bangers.
100%. Yeah. You took the words right out of my mouth.
Classics, dare I say.
Yeah.
Like Breaking Free is kind of like one of those songs that transcended the movie in a way.
Definitely. And then even Bop to the Top.
It's a good song.
It's a good song. It's a motivational song. You know?
That's why I'm like, what is Twinkle Town about?
Yeah, I know. Trying to paint the picture. It's almost like, it seems like most of the music, or maybe all the music, is just to tell the story, like a proper musical does. But then it's like, because they're also making a musical. It's a musical within a musical. That part is where it's a little fuzzy. And it's like, well, what is this musical? I guess it's not about that exactly. But I do kind of, there is a part of me that's like, what is this musical? And what does that look like? And I want to see this musical.
True. I kind of, this time around, I wanted to see a little bit of a character arc for Sharpay and Ryan.
Yeah.
Because they don't really, there's nothing about them. Even like they didn't get their like vengeance.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Like,
it's unresolved.
yeah. It's like, why do they feel this way? Or, you know,
Yeah. Like,
why
what
are they
now?
bopping at the top?
Yeah. They should have maybe put more. Yeah. I guess they ran out of time. Or maybe they could have had time if they cut the game a little shorter and then the long. I feel like We're All in This Together was great, but it was a little bit long. So maybe the extra couple minutes they could have done something there. I don't know. That's my only note. But it was still a lot of fun. So
It was really fun. No notes. Great film.
Yeah.
Cinematic masterpiece.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10 creme brulees.
Thank you guys so much for listening.
And we will see you next week. Bye.
Bye.